everybody, welcome back to the Gear 426 channel. I bought a truck. Yeah, it's kind of a piece of crap. So unfortunately we are having a crank but no start condition. Well, it is kind of starting, but then it kind of stalls. I believe it's the fuel pump, but we're gonna go ahead and run through everything to make sure that it is. Now, what it is that I have bought is a 2006 Ram 1500 with the Hemi in it. It is a two-wheel drive truck, and the reason why I bought this thing for a lovely $1,500 is so we could go ahead and take the engine and transmission out of this here hunk of shit and put it into the Dakota, because I want a Hemi in my Dakota. I've always wanted a Hemi in my Dakota, so we're putting a Hemi in my Dakota. I don't care if you guys think that is not worth it. I do, because it's my truck and I want to do it. So this is the issue that we are having. Come over here, start the vehicle. Don't worry about the tach. That's actually the best it's ever done. As you see, it just stalls. It tried, but it's just not quite doing it. And I know it's fuel because, watch this. I'm gonna go ahead, give it a couple hits of this. Go ahead and start it. See? Runs great, actually. So we know it's a fuel related issue. So let's go ahead and get out our SCAD tool and check the fuel pump. Diagnostics, control unit, powertrain, ECM. Let's go ahead and do an active test. Fuel pump relay control state. No, we do not. All right, toggle it on and off. It is indeed working. But yet we're starving for fuel. So let's go ahead and check one other thing, which would be fuel pressure. So we got our fuel pressure tester right here hooked up to the fuel rails. We should be seeing over 45 PSI, ideally 50. Watch what happens whenever I toggle. Look at that. We can't even get more than 5 PSI out of this thing. So that's the problem. The fuel pump is dead, even though you could hear it working. So now we're gonna go ahead and replace it the wrong way. Because let's face it, this truck has seen better days. It's got like 200,000 miles on it. Every single door has a dent in it. The bed is completely destroyed. We honestly don't care what we're doing to this thing. So, how are we gonna replace the fuel pump the wrong way? We're gonna take our trusty little grinder and cut a big old hole right over there, because I ain't dropping no tank and laying on the ground today. So let's get to doing that, because this is gonna be fun and really loud and annoying. Yeah. Before we continue any farther with this shit show of a video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And don't like the video until the end. Now, as I said earlier, this is not how you do things the right way. So let's go have some fun. Get to it. This Linex smells like shit. Oh God, that bed liner does not feel good in the lungs. I got a hammer. Yes, I do. I want a screwdriver. Yes, I do. I think we should cut it just a tiny bit more that way. You're right, I got a hammer, fuck it. I've always actually wanted to replace a fuel pump like this, because it just seems a lot easier. Then again, I am like right there. Do I need to go further? I mean, a little bit more room wouldn't hurt, right? More banging. I just kind of wanted to do that. So apparently you're supposed to dust all this off. But seeing as how this vehicle only needs to drive about 50 miles till its final resting location, going to not give a damn. Do-do-do-do. All right. There we go. I'm not even gonna put this cover back on. You know what? Where's my wire cutters? Now I know I said this earlier in the video, that this is most definitely not the right way to do this. But I just want to go ahead and iterate again, that this is not the right way to do any of this. All right, screwdriver, hammer. Well, that took a whole bunch of beating, but here it is, the old bad dead fuel pump. And I swear to God, if it doesn't come up in just one go, I'm gonna start breaking stuff. There we go. All right, look at that. I got a free half tank of gas. Apparently it's recommended to use the brand new seal and a whole bunch of stuff like that, but let's just say this ain't gonna be a daily, so kinda don't care what happens. So we're just gonna slap this new one in. Let's see if he'll start. Check that out. How are we doing on the fuel pressures? Oh, that is perfect. Listen to that Hemi just sing. Yes. Oh, she sounds great. Let's go ahead and clean up and take it for a spin. Ignore the tack, it doesn't work, as you can see. We're not really worried about that though. Well, the AC was blowing cold. It's not really blowing cold anymore. I guess it only blows cold whenever you're moving. We don't need that anyways. And this thing just runs so nice. I mean, the engine does. Thank God I didn't buy this thing for the freaking truck itself, because man, this thing floats like a boat. It is rough. It makes a lot of really bad noises, especially with the brakes. I think there's a wheel bearing going out, but we didn't buy it for the truck. We bought it for the motor. As you can see, it just shifts like butter, no problems at all. I mean, the engine sounds great, the transmission feels even better. This is freaking awesome. I got this thing for a steal, being that I'm buying it for the engine and transmission. Oh, you hear that? Yeah. Yeah, it sounds horrible. Let's see what she's got. I'm just gonna roll into it. Oh yeah, this is like a 6,000 pound freaking behemoth. This thing's gonna be a rocket in that freaking 4,000 pound Dakota. And I'll just be rolling into it. I've already noticed if I just stomp it, it just squeals the tires. Example, no one's coming. See what I mean? It just freaking sends them. Let's see if it'll do a burnout. Oh, the other side's doing it. Yeah. Okay, time to put the toy away. All right, let's go ahead and see what that check engine light is for. I went and I ran those codes. It was just battery disconnect codes and apparently something to do with the fuel level sensor, which we don't even care about. So yeah, this thing is freaking great. It rides like shit, it handles like shit, and it feels underpowered, but to be honest, the oil's black as hell. Who knows when the last time this thing was even serviced? Probably needs all new fluids, probably needs some plugs and a bunch of other stuff. Like I said, it feels a little underpowered, but at the same time, this thing is pushing almost 6,000 pounds, and whenever I take that engine and transmission out of it, service it very nicely, like new plugs and different exhausts and a whole bunch of other stuff, and put it into this guy, which weighs like 4,000 pounds. I mean, with that engine and transmission, it'll probably be 4,200, still lighter than a Hellcat. It will be a freaking riot. It will be so much fun. Yeah, so next time you guys see this truck, I'll probably be destroying it further and then ripping the engine out of it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Stopping by for the first time, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and hope you're having a great day. See you in the next one.